Well, well, well. Another day, another dollar. What exciting times we live in. Do we not, ladies and gentlemen? Some of you may not know, or some of you may have not heard, but Jeffrey Epstein, a serial pedophile and rapist, has been in custody. He's now in custody again over the weekend. I think they nabbed him on Saturday. Jeffrey Epstein. Motherfucking Jeffrey Epstein. I've been waiting for this news for almost 7 years. The first time they got Jeffrey Epstein was, just basically your basic molestation. They didn't even end up pursuing half of the cases against him. And this guy is a serial rapist. This guy would actually groom young girls. He would have them picked up after school and taken to his mansion in Florida. Just to give you an idea of who Jeffrey Epstein is, if you remember Donald Trump back in 2005, I'll give you a quote. What Donald Trump said about Jeffrey Epstein. So the quote goes like this: Jeffrey Epstein is a terrific guy. I've known him for 15 years. Terrific guy. It's even said that he loves women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it. Jeffrey Epstein loves his social life. That is for the most part, that is a direct quote from Donald Trump back in 2005. I want to say the magazine was Vanity Fair. I could be wrong. But this is what he had to say about his pal, Jeffrey Epstein, who is connected with a lot of big names in Hollywood. And man, I couldn't be happier. I've been waiting for this son of a bitch to go down, and I hope they really go for him this time and not play games. This guy pretty much got away with murder. First time he got arrested and charged, put in jail, he was required to serve 13 months in jail. And it was a jail, basically, that he had help building. So he actually got his own private wing in the jail. And he was on work release Monday through Friday. And I think he had to report back in at around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then he would get released the very next day. And this guy was able to jet around and go wherever he wanted. And yeah. So I for one am happy that he is back in jail. This time, I'm hoping they throw the book at him, and I hope that they read his little black book that he had. If you don't know about the first case, they found a black schedule book that he always kept, and it had it had a lot of big names. It had Kevin Spacey. It had people like Donald Trump, Bill Clinton. It had a lot of big names in Hollywood. So, man, I hope they take that book and they read it out for everybody to hear. I'd like to know who else is in this little black book. As far as we know, we're only aware of a few pages in there, but I really hope they nail that son of a bitch and he goes down, and he goes down hard. I'm sick and tired of billionaires like Jeffrey just getting away with shit, getting away with anything and everything under the sun. And if you and I did only 1/8 of what these guys did, we would be thrown in jail for the rest of our lives. We wouldn't even see the light of day. But this guy gets off and he can do whatever he wants. Bullshit. So I'm hoping that this sticks. It's been a long time coming. And we need to put people like Jeffrey Epstein away for good. And just because you've got a lot of money doesn't mean you're above the law. Unfortunately, we live in a time and place where it's how much justice can you afford? How much, the amount of money that you have, it depends on if you get off or not. It's just unreal. You know, if you have the access to the best lawyers, or a lawyer, or a team of lawyers, forget just one lawyer, and these guys get off scot-free. So go back and read some of the articles on Jeffrey Epstein going back to 2008, 2009. I think that's when it all started coming out to light. And there was a sting operation. That's how he got caught the first time. I forgot what the sting operation was, but yeah. So a lot of girls came forward and were telling the I want to say Orange County Police. I might have the county wrong, but it's in Florida, and that's how they caught him the first time. And I'll tell you what, it was. I mean, you want to talk about just sordid details. It was pretty nasty, and a lot of the evidence that was brought forward ended up being thrown out of court. So he ended up getting a plea deal, and to the disappointment of a lot of the parents and girls that were involved. But yeah, he would pick up girls after school and have them transported to his mansion, and yeah, he'd have them do all sorts of weird shit, and then he'd have them taken home. My question, though, throughout that whole time period he was doing this, I'm just wondering where the parents were. I mean, it's like every one of them was oblivious. It wasn't until I think a couple of girls came forward that it actually opened the case for it to get, rolling. I don't think any of the parents even knew. But anyway, I just wanted to share that and just say I couldn't be happier. And I hope they burn his ass. I'm so sick and tired of sons of bitches like this guy getting away with shit. Think they can do anything they want because they've got a lot of money. Enough's enough. And as far as the big names involved, Bill Clinton is also named. Kevin Spacey is involved. A lot of big names in Hollywood. Dershowitz, some scummy lawyer, and a couple of others. I think Chris Rock was even connected with it. Or it's either Chris Rock or Chris Tucker. I get those names confused sometimes. So, yeah, I hope they blow this case wide open. Enough's enough. Enough time has gone by. It's time to end it. All right. Take care, everybody.